Welcome to this week's episode of Choosing Us.
We're live.
We are live.
Let's do this.
What a fantastic week.
Yeah, it's been awesome. We are just go, getting ready and working and doing all the things.
Just before this call, talking to my dad, and he was saying how, oh, don't worry about this in his business. He was asking some advice. And he said, don't worry, we can come in tomorrow. And I'm thinking, man, tomorrow you're going to be screwed. Totally forgot it was Friday for us. We're recording this on a Friday. That's how jacked up my days are. I'm like, didn't even, people ask me what day it is. I never really know.
Yeah. Well, and when you go out of town, going out of town throws it off, and
Yeah.
then it throws all your days off.
Yeah, going on trips midweek, weekend, midweek, and just kind of messing things around. But how cool is that? How wild is that? Not worrying about what day it is. And for a very long time, I work every day to some degree, and people are like, oh man, here's the weekend. Sure, whatever. My Monday through Friday is the same thing that I do on Saturday. Sunday is a little bit different. We do religious service. We spend time as a family, but I'm still working on things because I do spiritual workings 7 days a week. I do personal workings 7 days a week. I do physical workings 7 days a week. And so every day is just another day to excel.
Yeah.
Versus, oh, it's Monday. It's the start of another week. Finally Friday, finally the weekend. I mean, none of that in our world. It's just go and do, and opportunities come.
Yeah. I feel like we're always pushing ourselves and each other to grow, to work on ourselves, and we just keep our life very entertaining and exciting, and we're always working towards something. It's never just the day-to-day, this is what we do, the exact same thing every day, which is fine if you're doing the 9 to 5 and that's just the life that you have. But we're always setting goals and always working towards things. There's always something that it's like, okay, we're working on this every day, and that's exciting.
Yeah, the life you have is the life you choose.
Exactly.
At the end of the day. And life can be really tough if you don't love yourself.
Fact.
If you don't love yourself, things just are difficult. There's more stress, there's more drama, there's no confidence, there's no means of internal drive. You're always needing external motivators. There's no discipline driven within. It's a constant rat wheel of try something, fail it, try something, fail it, try something, fail it, until you just stop trying something. And then depression and anxiety, all these unresourceful things. I would beg the question, how much do you love yourself?
Yeah. And probably,
I'm going to say the caveat on that anxiety and depression thing, though.
yeah.
There are other things there, too.
Oh, yeah.
We're not dismissing that.
No. Yeah. But I feel like I am just getting to know myself and who I really want to be and who I am the past 12 to 18 months of my life.
Why do you think that is?
Because I'm working on myself on a daily basis, and I'm questioning things. I'm questioning why I do the things I do on a daily basis. I'm questioning the habits that I have created and the life that I live each and every day, and the things I like and the things I don't like about myself, and really just analyzing everything.
Questions are important. Answering those questions are important, but the journey to the answer is the most important.
I feel like a lot of people, it's the answer of, this is just who I am. This is just the hand I've been dealt. This is just the life that I have. No, that's not true. You choose each and every day who you want to be, how you want to act, the habits that you continue to keep because you don't change them. You could stop any habit you have right now today if you wanted to bad enough.
Mm-hmm.
People have a whole lot of excuses. Oh, I can't. Oh, this. Oh, it's not a priority. Oh, man, I'm working on it. I'm just not doing great. Like, no. Like, we got to stop making excuses. You are where you are right now in this moment because of the choices and the habits that you have made.
If you want something bad enough, you'll achieve it. I was sitting in a room the other day, and our youngest, he turns 2 this month, and he currently sucks at doorknobs. Door handles he's got on lock, but doorknobs he sucks at. And he loves to shut the door. Well, he's gotten in the little habit of shutting himself into rooms and then not being able to get out. So we just hear him whining and screaming, stuck in a room. Well, this time I was in the room with him, and it was the end of the world. He was stuck. He couldn't get to mom. He's screaming profusely, mom. And I'm just telling him to come to me. Like, dude, just come here, be with me. You shut the door. I'll get up when I'm finished what I'm doing. And to him, no, I need to get to mom right now. And he made it about 30 seconds. And in his moment of panic and cataclysmic failure of life, so he thought, he opened the door because he had no other option. And he immediately shut the door after because he was like so excited that he opened the door that he accidentally shut it. But that is the same analogy to life. If you want something bad enough, you'll get it.
Yeah. And as you're probably seeing, this episode is going in the direction of self-love. And you may be asking yourself, what does self-love have to do with my relationship?
That's a fantastic question.
So let's take you back to when we were dating and to when we first got married. And I was 19, as we've said before. And I had no clue who I was or what I wanted or any of it. I was just going with the flow. I had been in some relationships where I was always searching for love. I was always wanting to be loved. I was wanting to be held and accepted and cared for. And when I found you and when we were dating, you fully loved me and cared about me more than anybody ever has. And I held on to that. And for a long time after we got married, I relied on your love for me to feel loved, to feel accepted. I was 100% codependent on you.
Mm-hmm. And how that manifested in physical reality was more or less 60-pound gain.
Yeah.
She went from 140 to 180, stopped dancing, so she lost all of the muscle in her legs. So physical weight gain, 40 pounds, but when you include the muscle mass lost, probably closer to 50 or 60 pounds.
Yeah.
And then you felt like crap because you were eating like crap and you were always tired. Michaela was the 2-napper. She'd take like 2 naps a day at that point in time. And depression, anxiety, all these things compounded because she was relying on me to carry her through.
Yeah.
And then, as we've already mentioned in previous episodes, she hit this fork in the road, realizing I was progressing. Even with pulling her along, I was still progressing, and she was digressing. She had to make a decision. Do I start working on myself and figure this out? Or do we divide so far there won't be in us?
Yeah. I I had to take a look at myself. And I think about a lot of couples who, once they get married, they start to gain a lot of weight because they feel like they're with their person's not going to leave them. Like they settle down and they get comfortable, right? And then they gain a lot of weight. That happens a lot for couples once they get married. They're like, I don't have to work on myself anymore. No.
And that was the very first catalyst to get you to start looking internally.
Yeah.
And then we got to the point in our marriage, about 5 years, where we were looking at getting pregnant. And as so many women do, go to the Googles, start looking up all these different things about what to prepare for being pregnant, and you will find a very, very reoccurring theme. Be in the best shape you can possibly be before you get pregnant, and that will cause a healthier pregnancy for you and the baby.
Yeah.
Traditionally. It's not guaranteed,
Right.
obviously. And Michaela read that and took that as gold.
Well, and then that's what I focused on. That was my entire goal was, okay, I'm getting in the best shape I can. And it wasn't for me. It was for my pregnancy. And going into that was my goal, was I was going to get in the best shape I could for my pregnancy and for this baby. Right. And I did that. And that was great. And that worked for a while. But then had our baby and then went into the next one, and I didn't work out as much. I didn't take as good a care of myself on my second pregnancy. And then after that second pregnancy, I had really bad postpartum, I wouldn't say depression. It was more postpartum anger, which I realized is a thing, which I didn't know at the time. And went through 10 months of that. And then finally was like, I'm done with this. And I started working on me for me. And that's when everything changed. And
That was about 18 months ago.
Yeah. Yep. And one thing that's been really cool is I am now fully independent in our relationship, that I don't feel like I have to rely on you to feel loved. That I can be, which is so cool for me, because for the longest time, I was so codependent on you that I needed you to do certain things for me to feel loved, which is not your partner's job.
No.
To make you happy. Your partner can't they can contribute to your happiness, but your partner can't make you happy. Your partner can't make you feel loved. They can do things that help with that, but you need to find true happiness, true joy, true love in yourself, in who you are, because there's no guarantee for tomorrow. There's no guarantee that any of us will be here tomorrow. So what happens? I was so consumed and terrified by the fact of something happening to you, because I was like, you are everything to me. Like, you are my life. And I was like, what if something were to happen, even though we are healthy and strong and happy and don't focus on those things? But I was so consumed by that because I couldn't be happy and I couldn't be loved if you weren't here. And that consumed me for a long time until I finally started working on myself and realizing that I love myself. I am my best friend. And what's crazy that I did not realize is that our relationship has gotten better and stronger as I have become more independent, that I feel like we are more on the same page now and you are not pulling me along.
I agree. It really started with Michaela going to a women's retreat, leaving with a group of women down to St. George, Utah, which is about 4 hours from us, with a group of women she didn't know. She followed them on Instagram and saw an opportunity and had seen me go to different things and different events and working on myself. And we keep saying love yourself and work on yourself. How do you do that? You do stuff to make yourself stronger. You exercise. You eat proper nutrition. You don't be a fat slob, but you actually get up and move your body, go on walks, exercise, read books. Holy crap. Read a book. Learn something. Work on your spirit, whatever that means to you, whether that be in a temple or a mosque or a church, whatever it is, whether that's you in the mountains, work on your spirit, whether through meditation, prayer, breath work, all these things that make you who you are, become better with practice. That's how you become better. And in the becoming better, you learn to love yourself. This is not staring in the mirror, saying affirmations, saying, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. That's a load of garbage. This is not taking care of yourself, being a fat slob, and looking in the mirror like, I still love myself. That's not what this is. This is truly, internally loving you and everything about you, flaws and all.
Yeah. It's been cool as I've been diving into myself, and I feel like it goes back to asking yourself questions. What brings me joy? What do I want to work on for myself? What is important to me in my life? What is a priority to me? Ask yourself all these questions. Get to know yourself. How do you get to know yourself? If you're not continually experiencing new things, getting out of your comfort zone, pushing yourself, realizing what you like, what you don't like, experiencing new things. And we did that individually. And I'm going to say, as you're doing this, your partner may not be fully on board at first, or it may be new or different. And that's sometimes hard in some relationships, where a lot of times you have it to where one partner is doing the self-growth, personal development, diving into all these things, working on themselves. And then you're going to have the other partner who is not, who doesn't want to, who has no desire to. And there's going to be some contention there. Mm-hmm. And you were a year or so ahead of me, where you were doing all of this personal work and I wasn't. And I felt the shift. I felt the difference, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so for me, you didn't ask me to. I took a step back and realized I don't like this, and I want to get on board with this and start working on myself, which you can do, moms, when you have little kids. People feel like your kids are absolutely everything. And I love my kids. And
they're not everything.
And I love Brad. But I learned that I need to be healthy. I need to take care of myself. I need to work on myself, whether that is spiritually, physically, emotionally, whatever that may be. I need to be doing that every single day so that I can show up for my kids and for my partner. Because if you're not putting yourself first, I love this analogy that you can't pour from an empty cup. I always go back to that. Stop putting your kids ahead of you. You have to take care of yourself. You have to put yourself first. I know we live in a world where they're like, that's selfish. Like, you need to put everybody else ahead of you. Like, no. Put yourself first. Take care of yourself so then you can show up 100% for your partner, for your kids, for everybody in your life. If you're not taking care of yourself first, you're not going to be able to give what your family really wants and needs. I am a way better wife and a way better mom when I go to the gym, when I eat healthy, when I do breath work, when I journal, when I take care of myself. You have to do that so that you can actually show up.
Concurred. I agree. You can't pour from an empty cup. You got to realize you are a power plant. You're a power plant. This is not plug into the outlet and then there's electricity magically there. You are the power plant. You make the energy. You make energy just like a power plant from resources. Here in Utah, most of our power comes from nuclear, water, air, and coal. Those are the resources here in Utah that we generate power at the power plant from. You utilize resources of reading, fitness, nutrition, meditation. Those are your resources to generate power. You're the power plant. Actually use it as such. Stop plugging in to your spouse and significant other for energy because they only have so much. There's only so much capacity within this, and it's got to go somewhere. And if you constantly draw on theirs, you're only pulling away from them and their ability to show up. It is not selfish to put yourself first. Because if you don't put yourself first, just like on an airplane with an oxygen mask, you will have nothing to give. It's gonna suck. So,
yeah. And
fill it up.
Yep. And it may be hard at first. It may be difficult for your partner if they're not used to you putting yourself first, but have the conversations, like we always say, and tell them what you are doing and why you are doing it, and say, I want to show up better for you and for our kids and for our family. And to do that, I need to take care of myself. And realize that your partner can't make you happy. You have to look inward. Stop expecting other people to show you love so that you can feel loved. Stop that. You have to look inward. You need to learn to love yourself before you can fully give love and before you can fully receive love.
Enough said. I got nothing to add. That was awesome. We hope you guys are enjoying these episodes as much as we're enjoying recording them. We hear a lot. The different comments, the different questions, the reviews. We are grateful for the reviews and the comments on social. You'll start seeing little reels from these episodes. Fun fact, we're on YouTube. If you've never gone to the YouTube channel, Choosing Us, just search it. You'll find it. And you can watch us. And how cool it has been to share our life, our experiences, and how we got to where we are 10 years later. We are the minority of the world. The last statistic I heard is we're in this world, at least America, is about a 75% divorce rate. That's super sad.
Wow.
And we are on the journey of bringing that number down.
Yeah.
That's why we do this. We are doing this for you and your relationship to increase the love capacity in your world so you can show up for yourself, for your family, for your friends. That's why we do this.
Yep.
We're grateful for you. We love you. We hope you feel that through your ear holes and through the video. But we do, and we're grateful for you. So find us. I am Mr. Brad Draper on socials.
And you'll find me at Draper Choosing Us.
Like this thing, subscribe to it, download it for future listenings. Until next week, we love you guys. Bye.